Okay, so now that you have all your drawings, you may be wondering, okay, I want to progress with this. I want to do more. I want more prompts. I want more this, more that. So what I'll be covering in this lesson is how you can continue the elements that we learn and the subjects that we learn in this class, and how you can keep using this and draw more things to get yourself better and better yourself at drawing. So there'll be two main things that I want you to do in order to keep progressing yourself. The first one is I'm going to be leaving a bunch of prompts, which you'll see shortly, which you can learn to draw. You can use as objects from around your house and add the values. Again, using reference images, or if the object's in front of you, say for example you've got an object that you do want to draw, you can do the same with that. Firstly, plan it out, try to figure out the perspective, and then add in the basic shapes, and then fill in the detail, and then go in and add the value too. Secondly, what I'd like you to do is to be a lot more observant of the environment around you. Have a look at how light's falling on objects. Look at how the shadows and the highlights are. Say for example, if you see, say a pen just lying around, see what's happening to it. If you put it on your desk, what's happening to it? How's the shadow affected? Whereabouts is the light source? Have a look at all these things and try to understand this, because the more that you get a better understanding of how light falls on objects, the more you'll be able to incorporate this into your drawings and your illustrations to make them look more realistic. And then in the future, you won't need reference images to look to, because you already understand, like, if the light's up here, the shadow will be here. If the shadow's closer, the highlight will be more intense. This is something I use in my illustrations, where I add an additional light source, whether say a character is holding something that's glowing and how that glow is going to light the character. This is something that you will get better at the more that you just practice and the more that you observe around you. One thing I do like to do is when I'm watching animated films or even just general films, I like to look at the lighting in there to see how the character or certain objects are lit, and then incorporate that into my own drawings. Like mentioned, there will be a bunch of prompts that we'll be giving you now. You can go through and draw these, and like previously, once you have drawn these, do link them down below in the project panel so I can have a look, and write the prompt that you used too, so I can see how you did it. One thing I recommend is take pictures of the process, so draw your grid, add the basic shapes, add the details, and then put them down below in the project panel, so then I can get an understanding of how you constructed the drawing that you worked. Okay, so in the next lesson I'm going to wrap up this whole class. I'll see you there.